Welcome to Go Feed Yourself, NUTV's first ever cooking show. My name is Joe, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make guacamole. You've probably had guacamole a million times, especially if you go to Northeastern. It's in Amelia's right on the street. They have very good guac. But something that a lot of people don't know how to do is make proper guacamole themselves, and it all starts with avocados. Avocados are grown mostly in places like Mexico and California, where you get the Hass variety, which is this sort of slightly bigger than a baseball, comes out to this little point on top. When you go to the store, you buy them, they're usually green, and then they ripen into this darker color. Don't be mistaken, there are other kinds of avocados as well, particularly ones from more humid climates like Florida, and those are awful because they're filled with water, because avocados take on the moisture in the air around them, which makes for a very watery guacamole. So I'd stick away from that. So for this, you're going to need two large avocados, and you're going to take your knife, and this is not hard. You're going to get in there, pierce the skin. You're going to come around, avoid the little bulb on the top, take your two halves, twist. All right, and then you got your inside your avocado. This one's a little overripe. So what you're going to do is first we're going to take the knife. All right, get the heel of the knife right on the pit like this. Go down and twist. See, it's overripe, so it's not coming out so well. There we go. And then just get rid of that. That's not what you want at all. That's awful. So we're going to get our bowl a little earlier than I wanted to. And we're going to get our avocados going here. We'll worry about that pit later. There we go. So normally, with avocados that aren't like this sort of mess of a one over here, you can just take this half and just squeeze it in there. Get all that avocado-y meat, just like that. I'm getting avocados all over the garbage pan here, and someone's not going to be happy when they have to clean that up. But it's fine. It's for guacamole. There we go. These skins are not good for anything. There's like the whole, use every part of like the animals, like a big thing in cooking these days. Avocados are the opposite of that. You cannot get away with using every part of the avocado. Some people will recommend using, I don't know what's up with this one. Some nasty stuff going on here. Some people recommend holding on to the pit to keep the avocados from going, to keep your guacamole from browning. Kind of like apples, avocados will turn brown when they're exposed to oxygen for a while. So we're going to try to get the pit out of this one. Just make a mess. Just make a big old mess. Realize it's not worth it. Move on with your life. Mostly fine here. So what you're going to want to do then is start mashing your avocado with a fork. Just kind of, let's get in there, mash it down. What you want to avoid doing is making kind of like an avocado puree, which is what a lot of places have started doing with their guacamole. They make it like, it's almost like it ran through a blender. I don't think it really serves anyone well like that, especially if you're making just kind of a dip. It's better to have kind of some meat, some texture to it. Just get in there, mash it all up. All right. You've mashed your avocados. There's a couple things we're going to add. So first we're going to take a red onion, and to properly dice this red onion, we're going to cut it in half down the bulb side. And we're going to peel off some of the outer layers because those taste kind of like death. You don't really need a lot of red onion for this. It's mostly for texture. So as you can see here, we're going to chop off this piece, and we're going to keep the bulb just like that because that holds it together. And then we're going to dice this. So you're going to take your knife, and you're going to make scores up and down the length, the width, this way, up and down the onion. And then you're going to give two little slices this way. And now you've got a grid You can very easily just take your knife, keep your thumb back and your fingers like this, and chop, chop, chop. There you go. And you've got some nice red onion. Take this and put it into our avocados. Go. And the red onions give a nice like textural balance too. A lot of people like to put tomatoes in as well. I feel like that does the opposite of what you want to do, which is like balance out the avocado's softness. Tomatoes have a lot of moisture in them, and they're also not very, I don't know, they don't have a lot of, even if you use like the proper part of a tomato, it's not going to give you a whole lot of crunch. So I'd recommend going with just some red onion here. Then we're going to add some cilantro. And there's kind of two schools of thought on cilantro. Some people think it tastes like soap. And I'd like to argue that that's wrong, but apparently you're either the kind of person that likes the taste of cilantro or you don't. There's lots of acquired tastes in life. Beer, friendship, going to class. Cilantro is not one of those things. Cilantro, you either like it or you don't like it. So, you know, try your best to see if you can toughen it out, but I think cilantro gives it kind of this nice, fresh, herby kick that you're not getting from the other flavors in here. And really at this point what we're doing is building the flavors of the guacamole. So that involves this. We're going to get some lime juice going in a few, and then some salt. Just pick some cilantro off the stems, because the stems don't really have a lot of flavor in them. And I think we'll use a little bit more. And we're just going to give this a nice rough chop and toss it in there and mix it all up. So I think that's a good amount of cilantro. So just bunch it together, get some onion skins off your hands. Just kind of pinch it and then just chop it up. Just, you know, enjoy it. Think about your day. Think about how you went to work today and it kind of is like whatever. And you're just home with a big knife, hacking away at some vegetables, and you're just enjoying it. It's a good stress reliever. I think chopping vegetables is a good way to end a day. You know, guacamole is a good one because maybe you're making guacamole, you're gonna make some tacos to go with it. Maybe you're gonna have a Corona to go with your tacos. You know, maybe it's summer and you're trying to enjoy the warm weather. So it should be a good thing when you're making guacamole. You should enjoy it. So then just keep mixing that all in there. You want to get the cilantro. Nice, look at that, look at that. You got some green going on, you got the green leafy going on, and you got the red onion happening too. So now we're just gonna end it off with a bit of lime juice. So take your lime, you're gonna wanna roll it out. Apparently this like loosens up the juice, apparently, is what people tell me. I don't really know, I've never had that kind of luck. Slice it in half, for the best of your ability. And then just juice it on in there, and you're gonna hold your hand underneath in case you get any seeds or pulp or anything. We're pretty good with this one right now. I'm going to add a little bit more from the other one. That one's not very juicy. So another one, you get limes year-round these days because, you know, you can. You're not necessarily getting the best limes you can get. Citrus is not a year-round fruit. At least it shouldn't be. All right. And then finally, we're going to end it off with a bit of kosher salt. Just take some salt. Don't be afraid to go crazy with salt here. People think that salt just makes things taste salty. That's pretty good. I say don't be afraid to get salty, and then I throw some away. Salt just makes everything taste better, including guacamole. Because avocados themselves don't have too strong of a taste, the salt really brings that all out. Here you go, you're mixing it up, And then at this point, give it a little taste. I recommend stealing some plastic spoons from your place of work and just seeing how it's come together so far. That's good. That was very good. I'm going to add a touch more salt just because I like mine a little saltier. You can feel free to add more lime juice if you like it. Add more of the onions if you think you want more of a crunch. You can add more cilantro or whatever. And there you go. And that is how you make a very nice, simple, tasty guacamole. get a big bag of tortilla chips out, invite your friends over, and enjoy your summer. So this has been Go Feed Yourself. I hope you've learned something today, and I hope you stop asking me to make guacamole for you. Have a great day.
My name's Cavatappi the Clown, and I'm here to make you laugh. All right, who wants to see a magic trick? Nope. Nope. How about a caricature?
Yo, I love caricatures.